Here's an in-depth review of Rabid 2019, starring Laura Vandervoort, as well as a comparison with the 1977 version by David Cronenberg, plus a bit about Vandervoort's career. Rabid 2019 is a remake of David Cronenberg's cult classic from 1977. Directed by Jen and Sylvia Soska, the film brings the body horror genre into the modern era, with sleek visuals and a fresh spin on the original story, featuring Laura Vandervoort in the lead role. The film takes a deep dive into the intersection of trauma, beauty, and the monstrous transformation of the human body, while also reflecting modern concerns about the cosmetic industry and how far people are willing to go for perfection. Plot and themes. The plot of Rabid revolves around Rose, Laura Vandervoort, a young woman who survives a horrific motorcycle accident. Left with severe disfigurement, Rose is offered a cutting-edge experimental procedure by a high-end cosmetic surgery center. The procedure, however, has unintended consequences. Rose's transformation isn't just physical. She becomes a vessel for a violent infection, turning her into a rabid, uncontrollable monster who spreads the disease to those around her. The main themes of the film delve into the nature of beauty, body modification, and the consequences of seeking perfection at any cost. The film questions the limits of vanity and explores the darkness that lies beneath the surface of society's obsession with flawless appearances. Rose's journey from victim to monster reflects both physical and psychological trauma, suggesting that when we attempt to erase the marks of our past, we may invite a more monstrous version of ourselves. One of the biggest thematic contrasts between this remake and Cronenberg's original is the film's focus on body image in the context of modern society. The 1977 Rabid explored more general fears about medical technology and the unknown, while the 2019 version zeroes in on societal pressures around appearance and beauty. It takes a more personal, character-driven approach with Rose, and her trauma becomes more relatable to contemporary audiences, making it feel more grounded in the anxieties of today. Characters and performances. At the heart of the film is Laura Vandervoort's portrayal of Rose, and she does an outstanding job capturing the complexity of the character. Rose is not just a victim of an accident, but someone trying to reclaim control over her life through the promise of beauty and success. Vandervoort portrays Rose's desperation and pain convincingly, making her transformation into a rabid, monstrous being all the more haunting. As Rose struggles with her disfigurement and the effects of the experimental procedure, her emotional journey becomes just as important as the physical transformation. Vandervoort brings a level of depth to Rose that makes her both tragic and relatable. Vandervoort is an actor known for her roles in various genre projects. Fans will recognize her from her time on the TV series The 2009, where she played Lisa, a member of the alien Visitors who has a complicated relationship with humanity. She also starred in Bitten, a TV series based on Kelly Armstrong's Women of the Otherworld novels, where she portrayed a werewolf, Elena Michaels, as the only female in a world of male werewolves. Vandervoort's other notable roles include appearances on Smallville and Supergirl, further establishing her as a strong presence in sci-fi and genre television. In Rabid, her nuanced performance is central to the film's emotional impact. The character of Rose is given significant room to grow, both physically and emotionally, and Vandervoort fully embraces the horror and pathos of her character's evolution. Rose is, in a sense, a metaphor for societal pressure, and Vandervoort's portrayal brings that metaphor to life with vulnerability and strength. Comparison to the 1977 version. The original Rabid, 1977, directed by David Cronenberg, is an iconic example of body horror. The story follows a woman named Rose, who also undergoes a transformative procedure after a motorcycle accident, but the themes and approach are more focused on the fear of infection, medical science, and a dystopian breakdown of society. While both films share the core premise of a woman disfigured by an accident and turned into a carrier of a deadly infection, the approach in Cronenberg's Rabid is darker and more apocalyptic. The film is set against the backdrop of a societal collapse as the infection spreads and people start to panic. Cronenberg's version also focuses more on the grotesque and the absurdity of the situation, leaning into a much more nihilistic tone. The body horror, while impactful in 1977, is a reflection of Cronenberg's unique style, involving grotesque transformation and social alienation. In contrast, the 2019 Rabid is more modern, sleek, and polished, with a greater emphasis on the cosmetic and vanity-driven horror of modern society. While the original film explored more generalized societal breakdowns, the remake takes a more personal route with a focus on individual transformation and its consequences. The visual aesthetics are much more contemporary in the 2019 version, with the beauty-focused world of high-end plastic surgery making up the setting for much of the film's horror. The body horror in the 2019 Rabid is a bit more stylized and at times subdued. The social commentary on beauty standards, medical technology, and the superficial nature of cosmetic procedures makes it feel more aligned with modern anxieties. Legacy and impact. David Cronenberg's original Rabid helped establish him as a master of body horror, with films like Videodrome and The Fly following in its footsteps. It set the stage for Cronenberg's exploration of the body as a site of trauma and mutation. The 2019 remake by the Soska sisters doesn't necessarily break new ground in the body horror genre, but it does effectively modernize the concept, focusing on more relatable issues for today's audience. While the 1977 film remains a landmark in Cronenberg's career, the 2019 remake's legacy may be seen in how it updates the themes of fear, transformation, and self-image for a new generation. It's a well-executed genre film that offers both a sharp critique of contemporary beauty culture and a chilling tale of the consequences of wanting to perfect oneself. Final thoughts. Rabid, 2019, is a stylish and thought-provoking update of Cronenberg's classic. Laura Vandervoort's performance is the highlight, delivering both emotional depth and physical horror in equal measure. The film stands out with its modern sensibilities, commentary on vanity, and fresh approach to body horror. It may not have the same level of raw, apocalyptic energy as the original, but it's a worthwhile reimagining that speaks to the fears and insecurities of today's world. Fans of Vandervoort, as well as body horror enthusiasts, will find much to appreciate in this film. While it differs from the original Rabid in tone and focus, it still honors the spirit of Cronenberg's work while offering a unique take on the genre. It's a film that will resonate with anyone who's ever grappled with the idea of perfection and what happens when the pursuit of beauty takes us to dangerous places.